Okay, hello. Now I'm going to have a demo on this Laravel assessment that you gave me. So here you can see I have some recorded data in the database that I use. So for this assessment, I use this example underscore app as a database. So in this example app database, there are default tables provided by Laravel, and I added a new one, which is invites. The purpose of invites table is to contain the email, token, and pin of the user to be invited. So the email of the person, the target person, token, which is a token to generate a unique URL for that invitation, and a pin for confirmation. And then personal access tokens, this is the table used to authenticate the user if it's login or not. And the user, so in the user, as per instruction, it should contain a name, username, email, password, avatar, user role, and register at. The rest is Laravel's default shape columns for user. So here I have already some records from the previous testing. Here I'm going to to be able to test the Laravel assessment functionalities. I use Insomnia as a desktop app to interact with the API, or Laravel API. So the endpoints given by the Laravel API, Laravel. So let's head to the atom. This is the list of to-dos from the document that you're given. So I break down that into details and implement that into codes. So let's clean up the database so that we can have a fresh database with no data yet, and then test every functionalities that I wrote for this assessment. So let's run PHP artisan migrate fresh. Okay, so we have a fresh migration of example app database. And there is all the tables except migration are now empty. Now we can test our application. So first we need to create an admin so that we have an admin that can invite user. So here from previous testing, I have this fields that is required to be able to register as an admin. So if I remove one of these fields, for example the name, so username, password, and click that send button, this will give us or give me a message that the given data was invalid the name field is required. So I'm gonna add the name. Okay. So a password is not the same with the password confirmation. It will also send me a message that the password confirmation does not match. For avatar, I guess it's optional. Go to a member store. Registration line 40. Okay, registration line 40. Have a quick line 40. Yeah. Avatar is optional, so I should check this real quick. If request avatar is set, then perform this. File, oh. Okay, fields file. Now here, or just empty. Okay, let's try that again. And welcome admin, thanks for joining us. That makes an avatar optional until update. So now I have an admin here. Okay. Make avatar field during registration. Okay. Now that we have an admin, we can now create an invite. So from the register, it also provides me, so after a successful registration, the response provided me a token that I can use in the barrier token to be able for Laravel to identify that I am currently logged into the system. So here, the only thing that, or the only fields required to be able to invite a user is an email and provide email. So when we click send, this email one, that email will be put temporarily in the invites table. So click that, send. So successfully sent an invitation. If we look at the tables table invite, there is now user one at email with token, and there is also a default pin 6 zeros. So what happens if I remove this barrier? It will tell me that I am unauthenticated. So barrier is required to be able to create an invite as an admin. Now here in mail trap, there it is. You have been invited a minute ago. So it tells me that I need to copy this link to the Insomnia or Postman to accept an invitation to start. It should be to start. So let's update that to accept. Okay, so copy this link to the Postman or Insomnia. So this is that link, except that the token is different. So if I click send now, given that link, okay, it will tell me that an invitation, or no, a 6-digit pin was sent to an email. So assuming that I am not the user being invited that is currently accepting an invitation, this is the message I will receive after clicking or sending a request given in this URL. So if I will visit the mail trap again, there is your pin. So there is also an instruction that thanks for taking time to accept our invitation. To proceed, please use the pin below in this link. That link is here. So I have here previous test with this fields: username, password, password confirmation, pin, name, and avatar. What I'm gonna do is just change the pin. But what if it's a wrong pin? Return must be object array return in registration traits. What line? 53. Sorry about that. This should be response with let's say 401 unauthorized. Task 5. Okay, let's try that again. So it will give me a message: sorry, we cannot let you proceed. So if I will enter a correct pin there, okay, the username must be at least 4 characters. So let's use Phil. Okay, so the registration is now successful. After the registration is successfully operated, so it will provide the user a token for bearer. Now I can use that bearer token to update the user information. So here, say for example, I need to change the username of Peter to Peter. Okay, it says unauthenticated. So to be able to update some user information, I need to provide a correct token. So if I do that, there is, you can see Peter, the username has been updated to Peter 1. So from Peter to Peter 1. Yeah. See? So in the database here, in our invites table, we have previously recorded user1@gmail.com as our invitation. Now that user1@gmail.com is already registered as the user, when we go back to the invite, you can see that it was removed from the invite and moved to the user, given with other information such as the user role is the user. So aside from that, I could also update my name. For example, name. Let's remove this. This method fields here should always be part of any update request to be able to succeed an update. So Peter, send Peter, undefined variable avatar in the user controller, line 46. Avatar f is set avatar, then avatar. So avatar, what are others? Okay, now avatar can now be optional. So successfully updated my profile. The name Peter was changed. How about the email? I can change to email 2. Okay, change to email 2. If I remove this put here, then an error will be thrown. The post method is not supported in this route. If I change that to put, it will also successfully 3. Yeah, changing that to put successfully send a request, successful response, but you can see I changed the user 3@email.com, but the response still user2@gmail.com. So to be able to update successfully, we need to provide that method put and change that HTTP verb into post to be able to succeed in updating the user2 to user3@email.com. So if not successful, the user was not successfully updated, successfully update your profile. User. This should return something. If not user, okay, we are unable to update your profile. Let's retain that user. We are unable to update. Okay, let's try again using put. Unexpected token in line 52. Line 52. Successfully user true. User updated. True. Is that so? User 3. Let's go back to. No, it's not. I guess we don't have control on that. So the better way is to change that method into post and then add new field method with put value to be able to successfully update user 2. User 1. Okay. Now if I log out, given the barrier here, okay, log out successfully. Now that I am logged out successfully, click that send. It will notify me that I am unauthenticated. Now given this email, if I log in here in this endpoint, so successfully log in. Now if I update that, if I update this again, for example, the name to Henry. Okay, successfully rename the name to Henry. Now as an admin, okay, let me try to delete. I am now currently logged in as user, so I want to delete 2. Unauthenticated. Okay, sorry, you can't do that because the current user login is not an admin. Then I am not allowed to delete user. But if I unauthenticated, so log out and log in as an admin. So I'm gonna log in as an admin. Okay. Now as an admin, I should be able to delete user. So user 2 successfully deleted user. Now if I get that user unauthenticated, okay, sorry, that user okay. I produced this kind of message because previously I assumed that the user is the one that using this. So let me update that real quick. So, sorry, you're not a registered member. Sorry, you're not, or that user is not registered member. Okay, sorry, you're not, or that user is not a registered member. Okay, as you can see here, the user was deleted. So log out back. Now log out that. Okay, log out. If I log in with that user 1 at email.com, okay, sorry, it will tell me that it's impossible to log in. Now let's log in again as an admin, and let's try to display all user as an admin. Okay, these are the list of user. So if I add new user here, duplicate, admin 1, and then user. Okay, as an admin, I should be able to see all the users in the user table. So that's it. That's the demo of this application, and I did some changes to the code. Okay, for that user controller, we make the avatar field optional in request. In the registration, we correct the response. Corrected the response of notification. Okay, in the invite, so I changed the start to accept. change start to accept. Change. Okay, push that into the develop branch. Okay, good. Now here, okay, I now have 42 commits. So that's it.